morning students. Today we will learn about proportion. In proportion we have two types of proportion, that is direct proportion and continued proportion. For direct proportion, see, if two ratios are given, if A by B, for direct proportion A by B is equal to C by D is equal to E by F and so on, it will be. This is direct proportion. So here we take let A by B is equal to C by D is equal to E by F. Let this be equal to K constant. So here we have each ratio is equal to, that is A by B is equal to as K, C by D is equal to as K, or E by F is equal to K. So A is equal to as the cross multiplication BK, then C is equal to as DK, and E is equal to as FK, and so on. In this way we have the direct proportion. Now for continued proportion, second one, continued proportion. Again in the same manner, if suppose for continued proportion here A by B is equal to B by C, it will be in this form. A by B is equal to as A by B is equal to as B by C. So here if only two ratios are there, then you see here B and here also B. This is called as the mean proportion. B is called mean proportion. So square of the mean proportion is equal to as the product of the extremes. So B square is equal to as AC. This is the general form. If two ratios are in continued proportion, then the square of mean proportion is equal to the extremes. So B is called as the mean proportion here. So mean proportion square is equal to as AC, that is the extremes. Now if suppose if more ratios are there, A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to E is equal to as D by E, and that is equal to E by F, suppose. So let us take this as let A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to D by E, and that is equal to E by F, and that is equal to as, and so on. Let this be equal to as K constant. When we have in continued proportion in this form, so therefore we can again, as we have done in direct proportion, in the same manner in continued proportion here, each ratio, that is A by B is equal to as K, then B by C is equal to as K constant, C by D is equal to as K constant, D by E is equal to K constant, and E by F is equal to as K constant. In this way we have. So here in this, see, we have directly found the value of A, C and E we got. But here it is not that. So by cross product here A value will be equal to as BK. Then here again B value is equal to as CK. Here this C value is equal to as DK. And then D value is equal to as EK. And here E value is equal to as FK. We have in this form. Now A value cannot be changed. It will remain the same. A value is equal to as BK. This will remain same. But B value we can change, because we have got B is equal to as CK. But C value we have got DK. So instead of C, I will write DK into this K. This dot indicates multiplication. So B is equal to as dk square in this form. Now we come to this one, that is C is equal to dk. So C value will be again substituted as d value ek into this k. So C value is equal to is ek square. Now d value also we can substitute. So d value is equal to ek, e value is equal to fk. So substitute e as fk. Fk into the k which is already there. So d value is equal to fk square. Then here e value will remain, sorry children, a is equal to a will not, this will remain as it is. Here we cannot substitute any value. So e value is equal to as fk, it will remain as it is. A is equal to as bk, b value is equal to as ck into k. So a is equal to as ck square. Now we have got a value is equal to ck square. So c value we have got dk. So again a value can be substitute c for as dk into k square. So a value we have dk cube. Now b is equal to as ek cube and then c is equal to as fk cube. D is equal to as fk terms. This is over. D value is ultimately we cannot go for the substitute. Yes, C value is also E value as fk into k square. So it is C value is equal to as fk cube. Now we come to again A. A value is a dk cube. D value is equal to A is equal to D value is equal to ek. So ek into this k cube. So A value is equal to as ek raised to 4. Then B value is equal to as E value is equal to fk into k cube. So B value is equal to fk raised to 4. In terms of fk we got, so B value is over. We won't get any more values of B. But A value is equal to as E. E value is fk. Fk into k raised to 4. So A is equal to as fk raised to 5. This is the ultimate value of A. So we have got the ultimate value of A is equal to fk raised to 5, B value is equal to fk raised to 4, C value is equal to fk raised to 3, D value is equal to fk square and E value is equal to fk. So all the values of A, B, C, D, E we have got in terms of the last product, that is fk terms. So this is continued proportion. If we have only two ratios, then it is in this form. That is B squared is equal to as AC. So this is all about continued proportion. So let us go with the exercise. Now we will go with the exercise. Here first question I have written. Which number, practice set for 4.5. Which number should be subtracted from 12, 65 and 21 so that the resultant number are in continued proportion? So here three numbers are given and it is given that which number should be subtracted from all these three numbers so as to the remaining the three numbers are in continued proportion. So let us take, let the number be as x. Let the number 2 be subtracted. Subtracted be x. Therefore, the numbers are 12 minus x, then 16 minus x, and 21 minus x are in continued proportion in shorthand. Therefore, by condition we have, if they are in continuous proportion, three numbers are in continued proportion as like A, B, C. I said continued proportion means A by B, this is equal to B by C. In this form, A, B, C, three numbers. So in the same manner, the continued proportion, the three numbers are in continued proportion. So by condition, 12 minus x upon 16 minus x, this is the mean proportion, is equal to as 16 minus x upon 21 minus x. So this we can solve it by cross product. By cross product, that is C. 16 minus x, mean proportion, square of the mean proportion is equal to as this 12 minus x into 21 minus x. So here a minus b the whole square. So 16 square. $256. 256 is equal to as 12 into 21. 12 on the 12. Sorry. A square minus 2ab, 32. 32a minus 2ab plus b square, that is x square. This is equal to as. This is the expansion form of this. Now this is binomial into binomial. So 12 into 21. 12 one side is 12. Carry 1. 12 to the 24 and 25. 252. Then this minus 12x. Then this into this will give you minus 21x. Minus into minus will give you plus x square. So all the numerical terms you take one side and the half terms with variable one side. So minus 32x plus x squared, then this is minus will come plus 12x. This we can solve it, plus 21x, then minus x squared is equal to as 252 as it is. This you take this side, this is 256 minus 256. Now x squared cancels. Then 32, this is here minus 32x and this is plus again here 33. 33x. This is equal to as, if you subtract this, we will get it as minus 4. So therefore here we have got x here is equal to as minus 4. Therefore x is equal to as minus 4. Now let us solve the second question. If 28 minus x is the mean proportional of 23 minus x and 19 minus x, then find the value of x. This is just like the previous question here. The mean proportion. If three numbers are in continued proportion, see in this form a by b is equal to b by c, then b is called as the mean proportion. So square of the mean. Solution. Square of the mean. This is the mean proportion. So 28 minus x. This is the mean proportion. Mean proportion is equal by condition, right? By condition, square of the mean is equal to product of the extreme, that is 23 minus x upon into 19 minus x. Directly we go this. So you can solve this just like the previous one.